out on the weather patio. This just in, it's raining. And Brock Fletcher with the selling team with Keller Williams Realty joins us. And we keep trying to see if things are changing in the real estate market. And we know right now there's a low inventory of homes for sale. We've been talking about this for weeks now.
Yep.
Where are we at with that?
We're at like 340 houses for sale today. So, I mean, it's really holding right there, and I don't expect it's going to deviate a whole lot from that. I would just expect low inventories for the majority of the year.
Okay, so when it comes to sellers right now and buyers, we want to give them some tips today, because I know with this low inventory, it's difficult. It's a seller's market, we keep saying. But how do you, if you are a buyer, kids are, approaching the end of the school year, summer's here, they might want to rethink of where they're, since they're remote working maybe, and the kids are maybe wanting to change school districts. What can a buyer do right now to make sure that their offer is the one that's accepted?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's really the name of the game, because there's about 10 buyers for every single home right now. So first and foremost, you've got to write your best offer first. That's straight away. Secondly, you need to be working with a reputable lender that people feel good about. We've been having problems with appraisals coming in below asking price. A lot of times, that's a lender from out of town ordering an appraisal from an out-of-town appraiser that doesn't have competency in the area, and that leads to low appraisal. So as we continue to see competition, there's going to be a more of a premium on using good local lenders and good local appraisers. So using a good local lender will go a long way for a buyer.
And when we're talking offers right now, the offers, the numbers that are coming in for people when they do get that top offer for the seller, the price is dramatically, in some cases, over the asking price, right?
Yeah, it's important to understand that the listing price is the starting price in most cases, and you're going up from there. So on average, we're seeing $5,000 to $25,000 over the asking price.
All right, of course, we saw some videos there of houses that are for sale. When you get a real estate agent, too, you want to make sure that you get one that has the better pictures, better video, right?
You do. With the technology the way it is, you should be getting professional. Your real estate agent should be providing professional photography and videography on your properties. Absolutely.
All right, so we talked numbers when it comes to offers. Let's talk numbers now about interest rates or in market values. What are we seeing in those categories right now when it comes to housing? Interest
rates for that 30-year fixed rate mortgage is still right around 3%. If you're using a 15-year loan product, it's more like 2.6, 2.7% interest on a 15-year rate. So again, never seen interest rates this low. This is a great environment for buyers. The money is really, really inexpensive. And for those that are thinking, oh, I may not want to participate in this market, the thing that would cause a market to shift from a buyer's market or from a seller's market to a buyer's market would be an interest rate increase, which would actually only hurt the buyer. So if you intend to purchase, this is still the best time.
Okay, because I think a lot of people keep hearing seller's market, so they don't really know what to do, but still now is a good time to make that move.
It is. It's a confusing time, and I understand that. The thing that makes it a great time for buyers is the fact that interest rates are so low, historically low. And you hate to say you'll never see rates this low in our lifetime again, but we're in that period of time where rates have never been lower than they are right now. So
what about market value, or what are we seeing right now with the trend with that?
Well, we're seeing homes appreciate in value at about 0.5% per month right now.
Okay.
So an average of about 6% for the whole year.
I know, I was Googling over the weekend. My house is much more expensive than it was.
Yes, you're right.
Is that true, though? I mean, if people are looking at their house and they're seeing numbers online, now versus what they paid for it back whenever, are these true numbers?
Well, the estimate that you're seeing online is an average, and it's not specific to your home. It's a tool. It's not a great tool.
Right.
The best thing to do is have a professional person come over and evaluate your property for a true market value.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can get deceived with that. those numbers aren't necessarily true, or if you see that number, that's not necessarily the amount that you're going to get for your house.
That's right. It could be it could be way higher, or it could be less too.
Yeah.
So I've seen it both ways.
All right. So for someone who is thinking about selling and they want some real numbers and they want some good photography and they want some good video, how can they get a hold of you?
My cell number is still the best way, 517-303-3262. And let me just say, no question is a bad question. The market's never been more confusing than it is right now. People need good assistance. That's just the reality.
And the number one tip for buyers right now, so they can get their offer accepted, what's the number one tip?
Number one tip is have your pre-approval letter in hand from a good local lender. That's the single most important thing you can do.
All right. Well, we appreciate the information today, Brock.
My pleasure. I made the rain go away. So.
You did. It's like magic. All right. Very good. Well, thanks again for stopping by Studio 10. Stick around. We got more coming up on Studio 10.